Guess it's time you met Wilhelmina. Jack's not gonna be happy about it. Come on.
I insist you send someone to find Emogene.
Mother, will you let it go, please?
I don't think you're even listening to me, Jack.
Mother, will you let it go, please?
I can't bear to think what might be happening to Emogene right now.
If she wanted us to know where...
Jack, I'll take care of it. Mrs. Cabot, don't worry. I'll send someone to find Emogene.
Thank you, Edward. I can always count on you. Why can't you be as devoted as dear Edward?
You shouldn't indulge her, Edward. It just makes her more impossible to deal with next time.
Just doing my job. Speaking of which, here's all we got back of the last delivery from Parsons. Raiders got the rest of it, I'm sorry to say.
Ah, good. Finally. This will help settle Mother down.
Emogene is Jack's sister. You probably figured that out yourself. She's, a little flighty. Impulsive. From time to time, she runs off. Usually with a new boyfriend. Then I send somebody to bring her home.
Do you know where she's gone?
No, but it shouldn't be too hard to find out. She's been spending a lot of time in Good Neighbor. That's a jazz club there, the third rail. Somebody there must know something. She's not known for keeping her mouth shut.
What if she doesn't want to come home?
Obviously, as one of the family, you can't just knock her in the head and drag her home by her heels. Usually, by the time I send someone after her, she's gotten bored with the whole thing and is ready to come home. I'm sure you'll think of something. You're supposed to be resourceful, remember?
Yes?
I was intrigued by your theory about an ancient alien civilization.
Actually, it was my father's theory. Now proven beyond doubt, although only to me, unfortunately. There aren't many archaeology journals publishing these days.
You have proof?
Enough to satisfy me. He only made a single expedition to the Lost City, but he brought back enough to show beyond a doubt that the city he found wasn't made by or for human beings. Millennia older than the earliest human civilizations, but with technology that seems to have surpassed our own. And yet, everything about it is strange, disturbing geometries, tools not made for human hands, carvings that hint at dimensions beyond our own.
What was your father's theory?
He believed that all of the earliest human civilizations shared some common parent that was unknown to history. Think of Atlantis. The myth of an advanced civilization destroyed by a cataclysm is shared by many widely separated ancient cultures. Eventually, he found what he was looking for. A lost city, buried beneath the sands of the empty quarter of the Arabian desert.
You said your father found a lost city?
Yes, he spent years looking, and was widely ridiculed by the so-called experts. I'm ashamed to say even I doubted him. But in the end, he found it. A lost city, buried in the sands of the Rub al-Khali, the empty quarter of Arabia.
I wanted to ask you about something else.
All right.
What's going on at that old insane asylum?
I carry out some of my research there. That's all you need to know.
The more I know, the better I'll be at my job.
Well, I suppose that may be true. My father is confined in Parsons. For his own safety and everyone else's. He became dangerously unstable after handling an ancient artifact he found in Arabia. I've spent my life trying to figure out how to cure him. Are we done?
Quite a place you've got here. Amazing that it survived the war.
Thank you. I try not to take it for granted. We were definitely more fortunate than most. It hasn't been easy keeping it up to pre-war standards, but we do what we can. Any more questions?
How'd your father manage to travel to Arabia with the whole world blown to hell?
Ah, well, that was before the war, when he was a young man.
How's that possible? The war was 200 years ago.
One of the effects of my father's illness was a slowing or arresting of the aging process. So, yes, he is well over 200 years old, as you suspected. Was there anything else?
I've got to get going.
All right.
I just can't bear to think what might have happened to poor Emogene. Why did Emogene do this to me? I can't believe how callous Jack can be about his sister.
Downstairs. Don't bother the other patrons.
Hi.
Charlie serves the drinks. I deal with the drunks.
Lady, I need to be a lot more high or a lot more drunk to be bothered right now.
Sweet Pip-Boy, sister. You hold on to that.
Huh?
Looks like we got another freak just won't fit anywhere else.
Don't have no hand.
Order up, or forever hold your damn mouth shut.
Do you know Emogene Cabot?
Name rings a bell. Kind of balmy. Haven't seen her in a while, though. Try Magnolia. She likes to make friends with people. She might know more about this missing bird. Magnolia! This gal wants a word.
Hello again. Something I can do for you?
Do you know Emogene Cabot?
Emogene? Sure. I know her. I haven't seen her in a while, though. Are you a friend of hers?
Do you know where I can find her?
I guess that depends on why you're looking for her.
I'm trying to help her. Do you know where she is or not?
No need to get impatient with me. I just don't consider it polite to gossip to any stranger who walks into the club.
Do you know where she's gone?
There was this preacher fella who used to come in here all the time. One of the slick ones. Always going on about remaking your life and so on. Most of the customers wouldn't give him the time of day, but Emogene, she latched on to him for some reason. I don't suppose it hurt that he was easy on the eyes. Intense. Some women find that irresistible.
Pam, would you come over here a minute?
Is there a problem, Miss Magnolia?
No, this lady here was just looking for Emogene. Do you happen to know where that preacher fella came from?
Brother Thomas?
Yes, that's right. The one Emogene was always hanging on.
Had to throw him out. Wouldn't stop bothering customers with that salvation racket. Kept going on and on about joining him at the back bay. Then he'd shove those stupid flyers in your face. Here, I kept one of them, just in case he didn't pay his bar tab.
Well, thanks, honey. You were a big help.
Anything for you, miss.
I hope Emogene's all right. I didn't much like the idea of her going off with that preacher fella. You again. It's my lucky day. What do you need?
Any chance I could steal you away for an evening?
I don't think that would be a good idea. Something else I can help you with?
I wouldn't mind hearing another song.
The audience is always right.
Hey.
It's very bright. I believe we're supposed to file a police report, yes? And all the little things go in baggies for evidence.
Hey.
Welcome, neighbor. We're always glad to see a new face around here. Step right this way and I'll be happy to tell you all about our movement and how you can be a part of it.
I'm just looking for Emogene Cabot.
Oh, I'm sorry, but Emogene is indisposed right now. She's not seeing visitors.
What's she doing here? Is she a member of your movement?
Actually, she and I are, you know, romantically involved. Not that it's any of your business, but she and I are just having a little relationship trouble. You know how it is. She's not seeing anybody until she cools off.
I'm a friend of the family. Maybe I can talk some sense into her.
Please, surely you will let us just talk?
Look, the truth is, we had a little, disagreement about her joining the movement. She got kind of violent. So I locked her in there until I could figure out what to do with her. If you're willing to take her off my hands, let me unlock the door for you, and then she's all yours. I've got to warn you, she's way stronger than she looks. It took all of us combined to even get her locked up in there. She's all yours, neighbor.
You must be Emogene.
Don't tell me. Jack sent you.
You're Jack's sister? I was expecting someone a bit younger.
You really know how to flatter a lady, don't you? Just to be clear, I'm Jack's younger sister, the baby of the family. Once I get home and get some of Jack's serum, I'll be back to my usual stunning self.
Jack has a serum that reverses aging?
It's more like it halts aging. I started taking it when I was 32, so normally that's what I look like. You'll see once I get my treatment. I was well known as one of the belles of Boston society, back when there was any.
What happens if you don't get more serum?
Oh, I don't think we need to worry about that. I've gone without a treatment much longer before with no lasting effect.
Actually, there's only one vial of the serum left. Raiders got the rest.
I'd better get home before Mother convinces Jack that she needs all of it. That he could still be such a mama's boy at his age is ridiculous. I'm so disappointed in Thomas. He seemed so interesting at first. But after we came here, he turned out to be just another brute. He actually thought he could force me to join his absurd cult.
Need anything before we go?
No. I didn't bring anything worth taking with me. Oh, I'm not going with you. You can tell Mother I'll be along home before too long. I just need a drink first.
Do they have a schedule here? I would love some Mozart.
Clearing up. Damn, the signal is strangely weak.
Oh
Edward,
my God, it's
switch
happening.
over to the Hartley modulator. Do you copy?
now. How's this?
Oh, that's done it. Edward, what's going on there?
We're under attack. They're inside the building.
Inside? Can you keep them out of the basement?
I'm trying, Jack. I've never seen raiders that... For God's sake, Sammy, the doorway, right there. Sorry. Things are a little busy around here right now.
Listen, if they're inside the building, you have to go to the office and shut down the elevator. You can't risk them getting to Lorenzo.
Got it. Office. Elevator. You better round up whoever you can and get...
Hello? Edward? Come in. Edward! There's no signal at all. I've lost him.
What's happening, Jack? If these people are inside Parsons, if they free him...
Don't worry, I'll handle it.
I always knew it would end this way. I never should have allowed you to lock up Lorenzo in that place.
That isn't helping, Mother. And as I recall, using the serum was your idea, not mine.
So what are you going to do?
I said I'll handle it. I'm thinking.
Who are you again?
What's going on?
That was Edward. He's at Parsons, the old asylum. They're under attack by raiders. It's strange. The guards have held off raiders before without any trouble. I don't know what's gone wrong this time.
What happened?
The guards at Parsons called in that they were under attack. Edward went to help. I've only just been able to raise him, briefly. I didn't get much, but it sounds like the situation there is nearly out of control. I wonder if these could be the same raiders that stole that last shipment. If some of them had used the undiluted serum, it could explain their unusual success against Edward's men.
What exactly does this serum do?
I suppose it's time you knew. The main benefit of the serum is to halt aging. My family and I are all over 400 years old. But it also confers other side effects, especially in the undiluted form that the raiders stole. It increases strength and resistance to all kinds of physical damage. So at least some of these raiders may be much more dangerous than the ones you're used to dealing with.
Where do you get this serum from?
As you probably guessed, my father is the source of the serum.
Jack, are you sure it's wise telling her all this?
In the course of my attempts to cure him, I discovered that the artifact had introduced anomalies into his blood. So the source of his insanity is also the basis of the treatments that have prolonged all our lives. The irony isn't lost on me. But if he were to escape from Parsons, I would lose my father forever. I will not allow that to happen. Not to mention that the artifact has made him paranoid, homicidally violent, and endowed with extraordinary abilities.
Exactly what abilities does he have?
Enhanced strength, unusual resistance to most kinds of physical damage. Oh, and a kind of local telekinesis, which appears to be projected by the artifact itself. That's why I've built a dampening field into his cell. Which is why we really need to stop these intruders before they turn it off. Hold on, weren't you off looking for Emogene? Did you find her?
I found her, as requested. Now, what about my pay?
Oh yes, Edward usually handles these things. You'll want caps, I suppose? Let me see what I have. Here, I hope this is close to your usual fee.
At least there's one small comfort on this terrible day.
Before we go, I need you to understand something. When we get to Parsons, you need to do exactly what I tell you. Nothing more, nothing less. Is that clear?
Why is that so important?
If these intruders have gotten past Edward's men, they may have freed Lorenzo. I'm the only one who understands exactly how to deal with him. Is that clear enough for you?
Got it.
Good. Make sure you have whatever you'll need for a serious battle. I'll wait for you outside.
Jack, be careful. And try not to hurt him.
I love Father at least as much as you do. But you know as well as I do that if he gets free, there will only be one option.
Don't let it come to that, please.
I'll do my best, Mother. And if Emogene finally comes home, for God's sake, don't let her leave again until I get back. Now, I really do have to go.
Oh, what do you want?
Hi, Mrs. Cabot.
I don't need anything right now, thank you.
Almost there. Let's hope we're not too late. Edward's men seem to have given a good account of themselves. Not good enough, sadly. We need to get to my office. From there, we can see how bad things really are. Okay, stick close, follow my orders, and I'm sure everything will be fine. Let's go.
Perhaps a tissue sample is enough.
There.
The stories I have read of Parsons are most
We'll have to find a
disturbing.
way around.
I can't believe this
is gonna be worth the trouble. Look at this place. Nothing but dust and junk.
Oh, it's gonna be worth it.
Wait, listen.
Lefty's right about
Get ready.
where that new juice is coming from. Hell yeah, it's gonna be worth it.
How'd you get any of it anyway? Lefty doesn't even like you.
I cashed in some favors with people who Lefty does like. You just saw because you never got a taste.
You better be right. And Lefty better share it out fair, or it's not just me that's gonna be sore. What
The hell was that?
What the?
What was lost is found. Your pulse and vital signs are still within acceptable parameters.
Why don't you just die?
Engaging evasive maneuver. Where are you? I am still intact.
Property. You are
Again, I have survived the hostilities.
Luda, you better be worth it!
The Commons is a very filthy place. For shame. Is to be fighting.
Ah, lucky hit.
Got it.
Edward, how badly are you hurt?
I'm not dead yet.
Fascinating.
But I don't
should
think I can
collect
get up.
samples.
You kept them from using the elevator?
Yeah. I sent the elevator down to the basement, like you wanted, and shut it down.
Good.
Shot quite a few of them before they decided to leave me alone in here. Haven't seen anybody for quite a while. I think. It's hard to keep track of time.
Are you sure you can't get up? I could really use your help.
Yeah, Jack. I'm pretty damn sure.
Well, then don't worry about it. Me and your friend here will have to take care of things ourselves. They've definitely reached the basement, although I don't understand how they knew how to get past it. It doesn't matter now. We'll have to go through the abandoned part of the building. It looks like the Adrenaline field is still functioning, although several of the security doors in the basement have already been breached. We'd better hurry if we want to stop them. They seem determined to reach Lorenzo for some reason.
Excellent. What exactly is going on here?
I suppose it's time you knew. It's hard to overstate exactly how dangerous the artifact has made Lorenzo. In addition to being homicidally psychotic, he has also gained enhanced strength and unusual resistance to most kinds of physical damage. He also commands a kind of local telekinesis, which appears to be projected by the artifact itself. Now, we need to get to the basement before these intruders find a way to set Lorenzo free. Follow me.
Be careful, Jack. You too.
There.
Someone there?
Just getting warmed up over here.
We cannot let them hold us up.
Man, come back. I was having fun. Time to reel him in. The bullets at some point.
We never used this wing. Nobody's been in here for decades. There's no telling what we'll run into. Let's hope we can find a way through. The utility elevator is on the bottom floor.
Be careful.
Come on.
Like he ever tells us anything.
Put up a good fight, huh?
Yeah, not exactly the pushover that we were promised.
Well, fewer people left in the gang means bigger shares for us, right?
Yeah, you're right. I think.
Who's there?
And let me work it out again.
Morons out front just like you.
Fighting. Pulse and vital signs are still within acceptable parameters.
This is our score.
So dirty. Whoever owns this place should be a There is something new. Threat
Where'd that
no
little
longer
bitch go?
detected.
No need to hide. Fucking. Don't quit, do ya?
Disappearing act, huh?
Come on out. I'll make it nice and quick.
God's sake, how many of these bastards are there?
Flush him out!
Aw, man, come back! I was having fun.
More of them?
Fun? Huh?
Good. The old utility elevator is still working. This will take us to the basement. Come on.
Going down. Basement.
Kill everyone you see. Don't hesitate. We can't let them release Lorenzo.
What the?
All those assholes upstairs and they still
Those
can't
idiots
stop
are trying to
these
shut
clowns
down
from
the
barging in
Abremlin
here.
field. That's the only thing keeping Lorenzo from breaking out of there. We need to get in there and stop them.
Hello, Jack. It's been a long time since I've had the pleasure of a personal visit.
Father, I will stop this.
My powers have grown, Jack. The artifact still has so much to teach me. Once I am free, I will be happy to teach you too.
You know I can't let you out until I can remove the artifact. Let me see. Lucifer's balls. They've locked down all the security doors. I'll have to open them one by one from here while you work your way down the hallway. Quickly now.
That's right. You need to shut down the containment field in order to open the door. You get this open, everybody gets ahead of the juice. That's it. Just keep turning it counterclockwise. That's
I'm opening
right.
the main door.
You need to
Hurry.
shut down the containment. Apparently. That's it. I can feel my strength returning. Now, I will finally be free.
There's still one chance. I just need a moment to enter the failsafe codes. It's not too late. It will take some time for him to regain his powers. We still have a chance to stop him.
Don't listen to my son. He's the crazy one. You know this. Look at what he's done to me.
I built a failsafe into the containment grid. Switch the 4 Abremlin generators to manual override, and I can flood his cell with a lethal dose of Zeta radiation.
Do the right thing. Open this door and let me out. Think back on everything Jack has told you. Who do you think is really the crazy one here. Please, just open the door.
That's it! Don't worry. The Zeta radiation won't harm you. I'm sorry, Father. I did everything I could to avoid this. I believe I was close to finding a way to remove the artifact.
Liar! Fed upon me here forever if you'd had your way, puny worm. Do you truly think you have the power to destroy me?
Goodbye, Father.
Hi.
We didn't have any other choice, did we?
What would he have done if he'd gotten free?
Oh, he would have killed both of us. And then the rest of my family. And that would only have been the beginning. His crimes, back when he was free. It was only because of my family's influence that he ended up here, rather than on death row. The world now, it's a world made for monsters. Nothing could have stopped him. No. I've answered my own question. We truly had no choice.
What now?
I need to bury my father and shut down this place. I won't be back here again. Before you go, I couldn't have done this without your help. I think this is fair compensation. I won't be needing your services after this.
You don't need me anymore.
No. Without Parsons to run, I don't think I'll need such an extensive staff.
Saving your family has gotta be worth more than that.
You know, I was so close to understanding the artifact. Now that I can study it directly, I may be able to do something useful with it. Come back and see me at Cabot House in a week or so. All my research may not have been completely in vain.
Hi.
Ah, you're back. Good news. I figured out how to access the artifact's telekinesis effect. I've hooked it up to this old laser rifle. There's no way to control it without direct neural input. For better or worse, all of that was destroyed when my father died. But you still have a rather powerful directed force. Here, see what you think.
How does it work?
It uses standard energy cells for power. The artifact's internal power supply was destroyed. Otherwise, point and shoot. It doesn't kill people, but you may still be able to find some use for it. As for myself, I don't know. Maybe I'll finally travel to the southwest. My father was always convinced that there was another alien city buried somewhere in the Mojave Desert.
Hey there.
Leave me in peace. I need to mourn my father.